Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back here with another San Antonio Spurs video. And after our fiasco against Toronto, I was thinking about how our clutch performances have gone down this year, I suppose. Because I remember the good moments like Rudy Gay's game winner, DeRozan's clutch shots, and also the bad moments like blowing big leads late or making some bad plays that almost cost us a game, or like the game against Toronto. So I saw all the games that were either within 5 points or in overtime. I came up with 19 games, which is a lot. I'll go through them individually. I'll try to go pretty quickly. I'll give you the final numbers and just some of my thoughts and how I think the Spurs should finish games right now at the end of the season and into the playoffs. How I think they should adjust. So to start, there were 19 total games. Our first game was, of course, the first game of the season versus the Timberwolves at home. We did pick up the win. And in this game, late, Jimmy Butler hit a clutch shot to tie the game. DeRozan, they let him run out, and he made a big shot to take the lead. Derrick Rose choked, and he turned it over to the next play. DeRozan gets fouled, hits the free throws, and that's the game. Overall, DeRozan showed up pretty huge late. So, I mean, yes, you can see the bad moments, like against Toronto and something like this, where he comes up huge and essentially wins the game late. So now, next game was a win in overtime in LA against the Lakers. We almost blew it in regulation, like an 8-point lead with a minute and a half left, something like that. So we almost blew it. Lakers came back to tie. Then we almost blew it again in overtime. But we came back in that game, and in the end, Rudy Gay hits a lot of big shots. But in the end, Patty Mills had the game winner to put us over the top. And so I do feel better about that. We did almost blow it, so that's not particularly great. But in the end, we did get the win, and some nice experience. It was early in the season, so I'm fine with that. Pretty nice dub. So a win versus the Lakers at home, another one. And this one, in the end, again, it was DeRozan being clutch down the stretch. I mean, a lot of big plays from everyone. Gasol actually showed up big time in that game. Made a couple big dunks. He got a big rebound, hit the game-winning free throws. But again, DeRozan hit an incredible shot over Josh Howard. He double pumped and hit it. And that pretty much gave us a lead, and we never looked back. So next game was against another win against Dallas. Another win against Dallas, which also went to overtime at home. And this one, I was at this game. It was pretty close all game long. In the end, Mavs were able to out-execute us to send it to overtime. DeRozan hit the shot to win the game in regulation, but I think scored like 6 points in overtime and hit the game-winning shot. So again, you can see the good and the bad of DeMar DeRozan. But next game, our first loss, actually, in the clutch situations, versus the Kings in Sacramento. In the end, it was pretty close all night long, but Sacramento played very well, and we were just a little bit off. I think Rudy Gay might have missed this game. I can't remember exactly, but overall, we ended up losing by 5, where they just in the end they just pulled away late and they didn't look back. We could make a little comeback. Now another loss versus Memphis in San Antonio, however. Now, in this game, I did not watch it, but I did see the highlights and stuff. DeRozan hit a big clutch shot to give us a lead, but a foul was called in the next play on Rudy Gay, and Marcus Gasol hit both free throws to put them up. And the next possession, we had the ball. Marcus Gasol just shot it. Most people thought it was a foul, but the refs did not call it, so Memphis escaped with that win. In the end here, I think you can see the clutchness of DeRozan making another big shot, but our inability to not make a mistake to cost us the game, as we've done a lot this season. Now a win against the Bulls at Chicago. This game we were pretty much in the driver's seat late. And Chicago played very well down the stretch, and we turned it over. We turned it over late, and Bulls had a good shot to win it, but they did miss. So we got a 1 point victory. So another game that we almost blew it, but got a bit lucky with the miss by. I forgot who shot it, but he missed it, and we escaped with the win. Now a loss at Denver is our next game. And this one, the big story was a lot of missed free throws that unfortunately cost us the game. So we kind of blew that game. Denver did play very well, and we still almost escaped with the victory. But in the end, it did go to Denver due to a lot of missed free throws. That was the bottom line. And now, a best game of the year, in my opinion, still, was our win versus OKC. The double overtime thriller. Essentially, you know what happened. LaMarcus Aldridge took over, 56 points. DeRozan struggled this game, but I mean, he was a bit of a slump. And Patty Mills had a big shot. Derek White played very well down the stretch. And then this was Aldridge's game, and we were able to close that late. Now another win. Oh, I actually skipped a game. Oh, I skipped two actually. That's my bad. Okay, I'll go through these two quickly. So a loss against the Clippers in LA. In the end, I couldn't stay up to watch this game. It was pretty late. But in the end, I saw highlights. We got out executed. In the biggest moments, I think DeRozan had a big turnover late. Lou Williams played very well down the stretch, which of course he's a very clutch player. And also pretty early in the season, so I'm okay with that. But still not great. Although it was in LA, so. Now another loss against Chicago. I was actually at this game. We had a 20-ish point lead, and we blew it. In the end, they took the lead, and with a couple minutes left, and we just couldn't close them out in the end. And Chicago got that one. And now another win at Dallas. This one was a very good game, actually. In the end, I think it was the overall play of the Spurs to contrast to earlier games where to go to one player in DeRozan. Everyone made a lot of big plays. Bertans hit a big three. Aldridge played well. In the end, it did come down to DeRozan shot to end the game, which was very nice for him, very nice for us. But in the end, this win was more about the team than a singular player, which I like. And then a win at Minnesota. Late the Spurs were able to clutch up without DeRozan this time, as you're seeing a recurring theme here, where not like DeRozan with the ball in his hands late. But in the end, we played very well late, and essentially Spurs just clutched up the game. Marco Bellinelli made a lot of big plays. Aldridge played well. Bertans made a couple big shots. It was very nice. He made a big defensive play too. And a loss at Philadelphia. We had like an 8-point lead with 2 minutes left, and we unfortunately blew that. And in the end, it was a 2-point loss, with DeRozan getting blocked for what was potentially the game winner, and with us not being able to get off a late three to close the game. So another blown late lead there. And this was a win in San Antonio against Phoenix. We almost blew it late again. Bertans and Forbes made a lot of big plays, but Marco Bellinelli choked. Well, he coughed up the ball, and they were able to tie the game. And Rudy Gay hit a very clutch game winner, but buzzer-beating game winner. So awesome for him. I don't love putting him in that situation, but that was a big shot. And that did give me a lot of trust in him if we need him late. But it was just one shot, so I'm not like saying Rudy Gay's our closer now, but there was a fantastic shot. I'm proud of him. A win versus the Nets. This was a big Derek White game where he dropped his career high in 26 points. LaMarcus Aldridge played well down the stretch. Overall, it was the overall play at home. We just out-executed them late. Now this game was a bit of a weird game, but a win versus the Pelicans. We were up big, and Pop decided to put in the bench in the fourth quarter for most of the fourth. and they blew the lead. But in the end, Pop put the starters back in, and they were able to close the game. So a bit of a weird game, but it does show that we can close if we need to. We can turn it on and turn it off at any time, really. And a win against the Grizzlies. It was pretty close late, but LaMarcus Aldridge made a lot of big plays down the stretch. I think he made like 8 straight points in the fourth when we needed him the most. And again, overall play really helped get us that win late. But Aldridge just used that game for sure. And then the L at Toronto. This is the only game where I think DeRozan's really choked. Because I don't want to go too in depth in it because it was pretty painful to watch. But Ibaka misses the free throw. DeRozan grabs the rebound, dribbles it to half court. He stumbles. It might have been a foul from Kawhi, but he stumbles. Lowry comes in to double team to get the steal. Kawhi bucket. And next play, DeRozan has a chance to redeem himself. He can't do it. Has to pass up the ball to Bertans, and he can't hit a difficult shot. But overall, our record in these 90 games are actually 12-7, so that's not bad. 7-2 at home, but 5-5 away. So yeah, in the end, I trust us at home most of the time. But away, I do not love us away from San Antonio, from AT&T Center. DeRozan, he's had 3 game winners, and he hit another big shot against Memphis, and a game closer against Dallas. So DeRozan, I'm giving him 3-1, because that one was the choke game against Toronto. Overall, he has been very good. But the thing is, we have to get away from those DeRozan ISO plays. I'll get into that later, but that's the bottom line here, is what I'm saying. And Marcus Aldridge, he's had 3 big clutch games late, although he's played very well. I mean, it was a OKC game, the Memphis game, another couple over there. So I have 3 games for him. Rudy Gay, with that game winner, I give him that for sure. And in these games, our other clutch players, Marco Bellinelli made a lot of big plays, Derek White, Patty Mills, Bertans hit a lot of big shots. But however, going for a record, we are 4-5 against playoff teams or near playoff teams. So I'm putting the Lakers into that situation. So that's not ideal, of course. But a lot of those games are on the road, and I mean, yeah, just not ideal. But we are better at home. I trust us a lot more at home. Now there were 4 games that we almost blew. However, one of those was the Pelicans game where the bench blew it. So I don't really count that against, the starters or anything like that. But we have had 4 almost blown games. And then we had 4 actually blown games. Where, talk about these right now. I guess the Grizzlies game where you had a bunch of dumb fouls late. The Bulls game where we gave up a bad turnover. Actually, no, that was when we almost blew it. That's my bad. Missed free throws against UC. That's a blown game. Let me see. The DeRozan choke. The Philadelphia game. Let me see. Against the Bulls, we blew a big lead. Couldn't close. So yes, overall, our record looks good. But against playoff teams, not great. Away from the AT&T Center, not great. So is this good or bad? Overall, I think this is decent. We're a decent clutch team. We do have our 2 stars, and we have a lot of good players who I do trust in the clutch. But I do think we have to adjust our clutch situation performance. And overall, I think this comes down to Pop, actually. I think he has to coach differently from how he coached Manu and Kawhi, Parker, Duncan. He has to coach them differently than how he coaches DeRozan, Aldridge, and Gay. Because really, he trusted them more in bigger situations. And he has to realize that these are not all-time great players. They're really good all-stars. But these are not all-time greats, as he's had in the past. So I do think you have to give them more timeouts, more time to call play, and you can't go to those ISO DeRozan plays anymore. In the end, he's made a lot of big shots, and you should still go for it a lot. But in the biggest moments, I think, like for the win, I'm not sure saying DeRozan ISO is the best play. Giving the ball in his hands, I'm okay with that. Letting him take a good shot, I'm okay with that. But not a tough DeRozan ISO play. I don't like that anymore, especially not after the Toronto game. Excuse me. So I believe our finishing lineup should either be point guard. It should be Derek White or Patty Mills. Depends whoever's hotter, really. Who's ever made the bigger plays. And then DeRozan, Rudy Gay, Bertans, and Aldridge. And then you could throw in Marco Bellinelli if he's hot for maybe Rudy or Bertans, even White, whoever. Because, yeah, he can get hot, and I do trust him clutch late. But those 8-ish players should be your finishing lineup. And even then, I'm okay with putting Pirtle in if he's playing very well and Aldridge is struggling. Like against Toronto, Pirtle outscored him in 13, 15 minutes less than LA, where he struggled. Well, LA struggled, so you have to get. I think there you could go with Pirtle, and I'm completely okay with that. So in the end, for DeMar DeRozan, I say let him run the offense as he's done all game. Even give him more control of the offense in the clutch, because he has become a very good passer. And I do like him going to the rim. I do like his mid-range shots. So I like giving him the ball in those clutch situations, letting him run the offense. Just don't let him go ISO. Don't do what he did. Don't let him do what he did last night. Just after the timeout, just don't let him. I'm just gonna say, okay, we'll switch Kawhi off you. We'll ISO you on the left side, because overall that was his downfall in Toronto. Those ISOs was the downfall. So I think with the ball in DeMar or even White's hands, you just have to look for those mismatches with Gay and Aldridge. You have to create switches. You have to make the right play, move the ball around, play how you play all game long. Because DeRozan ISOs just simply don't work. In the biggest moments, I'm not sure I can trust him, as we've seen it in this Toronto game and a lot in his Raptors career. So that's my bottom line. But yes, DeMar should be able to run the offense, but you can't just can't be like ISO DeMar, you know. So I'm giving you some plays about what we can do and what we should do. One sec. Oh, excuse me. On my computer. So in this play, it's the Nets game against the Nets. But this is just a good play from Derek White. You see, he gets the switch, and a good pass over the top to Aldridge, who finishes for the and one. That's just a very good play from LaMarcus. I love them. Now another play here. Okay, Raptors. So this is how I'm showing you how DeMar needs to run the offense. You see, he gets inside, creates penetration, and gets Marco Bellinelli out for a good 3-point shot. That's how he should be able to run the offense. You can't do the ISO anymore. The ISO doesn't work. He's just not good enough for that. Let him do stuff like that. Get to the paint, get it to shooters out wide, or even give it to Derek. Let him do something with LA. Create a little pick and roll, pick and pop with Aldridge. Another play. Oh yes, DeRozan again. What he should do. Very good play here. Goes to the rim, lays it off to Aldridge for the big play. That's how he should run the offense late. Pop music calls plays that allows him to do this, not just go ISO. Oof. Ah, dang. Sorry. There we go. What's this one? Oh, yes. This is just good ball movement, just smart here. Okay, a Warriors score there. Wait, no, we scored. What? Okay, that's not what I meant. Excuse me. It's not what I meant to show you. Wait, actually, no, yeah. No, that's not what I meant to show you. Sorry guys, I thought I had this set up. That is unfortunately my bad. Okay, here it is. Well, here is just a good smart play from the Spurs. Wait, no, that's the same play. Okay, I don't know. I had it right the first time. My bad. This is what you should not do. Gives the bar to DeRozan. He messes up. Gives it to Bertans for a miracle shot. He's not gonna hit that. Sometimes he will, but that's not the smart play. That's not the good. I don't want that ISO play. Another play here against Sixers. Again, DeMar ISO. Gets a switch, goes to the rim, has a step, gets blocked at the rim. You can't do that. Overall, you can obviously see what I'm saying here. Yes, DeMar, run the offense, do what you do all game. We don't need you to go into that ISO. Pop, yes, Pop is got coached a little differently now here. These aren't the big three, those all-time great players. He doesn't have that luxury anymore, just giving them, well, not time, but like the ability to just do what they want. No, you gotta create good plays. Go pick and roll with Aldridge. Go to Aldridge more. Rudy Gay, look for the mismatch. But yeah, that's the bottom line. Thank you for watching. I know it's a bit of a different video. I know I messed up on the Spurs Warriors part. But it's been a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun making this video. And I think I made a lot of good points. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. It's been awesome. Thank you.